All in audio experience.
Yo, what's up, everybody, man? It's All In Audio here, boy. It's your boy Jordan. I'm with Nicholas Lamar, the hottest rapper I know. Coming out the 256, this man got over 10K followers on IG, 120 on TikTok, got 1 million streams. Niggas was really listening to him. This ain't about followers, nigga. It's about music. It's about music. Shout out, my boy. What's up, brother?
Nice to be with you again, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Thank you for coming here, man.
For sure.
We about to talk, bro. Yo, 2025 been crazy, bro.
Bruh, I told you the last interview we had, bro, was Nympho. It was for Nympho stuff. And I told you, bro, I'm finna start back rapping for real, bro.
Hey, and it came with motivation music, bro. It's straight in the name.
Yeah.
Boy came in crazy. Just to start off, man, going to the bottom of the album, I gotta go to this. B-Mon got cracking. It's not like just me yapping. I really listened to that. That's on like my top 25, like most play songs.
Yeah.
Probably top 10, top 5.
B-Mine was one of the first songs I made for that tape. Before motivation music was even a thought. B-Mine was already made, and it just went with the concept of the tape, and I was just like, fuck it.
In it, bro. Shout out Khalil for the beat. He ain't made that beat. Oh, no, somebody else did. Whoever made that beat,
that bit's beautiful, for sure.
Beautiful.
You know, Khalil
made
90% of my beats, though. Always.
Yeah, that's why I just assumed it was Khalil, man. So tell me what went into making that tape real quick before we, keep going.
So around motivation music, bro, it was really just like a point of like the R&B music so good, but it's like it takes longer to catch on. And I just know like people in the content space now, they just want something that's easily consumable. Yeah. Especially not even when it comes to lyrics, but just like the beat and what they picking down. And it's kind of harder to get R&B to blow up than it was like music in the rap space. So, and like a lot of my followers at the time, like last time I came here, I had like 30,000 followers, and 60-70% of them was women. But then now we like converted it over. So my motivation music's task was to like kind of get the followers to convert over to a point where it's like, okay, I've got a male fan base that's like starting to pay attention to everything I do, because the different genders support each other kind of differently, you know what I'm saying? Depending on what type of space of music you're making. So I just was making all these songs, and then I think in January, one of the things, Christmas rather, right before 2025, I bought my own setup at home to start recording myself at home. So then everything that's majority on motivation music, I engineered and like recorded myself. I still send all my vocals and stuff to my engineer so he can clear them out, make sure they sound crisp. Okay. But like I started recording myself at home. So really motivation music just came with the grind of me feeling like I was back in my high school state, like making music on the phone on GarageBand or something like that, and just recording myself. And then I used a picture of my cousin Twitch. He was on So You Think You Can Dance and Step Up 3D and stuff like that.
Shout out, cousin.
Yeah. And he, he ended up committing suicide like a few years ago. So keep your mental right. You get what I'm saying, guys? Mental awareness is very real. Mental health. But I had a picture of me going to see him at one of his shows when he was dancing and stuff like that. So that's what I used for the cover. That was kind of like a motivational step to me, because he was like the first person in my family to actually do something big in the entertainment like realm, to be like, okay, it's possible to do it somehow. I didn't want to be a dancer, you know what I'm saying? Per se, I used to look up like, some
of the greatest rappers though, big dancers. Shout out to Tupac.
Now look, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
When this shit get mainstream,
I'm
gonna be out that bitch. Choreographed with the dancers on stage. Tight. But this not about that right now. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it.
So a lot of them songs, like Don't Let It Fall, like that song was very personal to me. Not just because of, the lyrics I'm saying, but just like each experience making a different song. Like I can pinpoint each one by a certain thing, and Don't Let It Fall was one of the ones for me. Pockets was one of the ones. Pockets was one of the first songs I ever recorded for myself on my setup. So yeah, man, I fuck with that tape hella. If it wasn't for motivation music, like what's going on right now probably wouldn't even jump started the same way. Crazy enough, like my first song ever that I ever made was called Pregame, and then the first song to actually get me a lot of more followers and get the shift happening in my like the genders of people that's listening to my music and the age demographic was Right Hand Layup. So like it's always been kind of basketball centered, crazy enough. But Right Hand Layup was the last song for the tape. So I didn't even know that wasn't even supposed to be on the tape. That's just how stuff work. Y'all know everybody have a crazy story for that.
Nah, the energy came through on this tape for sure, and it was like an eye opener to me because I found you more in your bop era. Like, like when I first found you, it was like the summer where you kind of had like a lot of catchy songs going. You was on TikTok then. It was kind of like your first wave of like to go up on TikTok.
Yeah.
Where you had the catchy stuff. So you came in here just like, man, damn near songs was freestyles. Like you just coming on this bit like energy flowing. You know what I'm saying?
I had took a long break, bro. If you think about it, I think before motivation music, I hadn't dropped no actual like hard like rap music. All 2024 was like dedicated to R&B, and even 23 was like had R&B as well. So that's probably why it felt like a breath of fresh air, especially because creating lyrics for R&B stuff is, like I said last time, like you don't want to say the same things or just get oversaturated with it. So rap just felt like a like I can get back to, you know what I'm saying, being myself. And R&B is myself, don't get me wrong, because that's what I first started doing. But it was kind of like a frustration in a sense, I say that. More so not like being by myself, being like myself, back to myself, but like a frustration like, if y'all don't fuck with this shit that I'm putting out, y'all want to fuck with the R&B? I'm finna rap my ass off again then. So that's what that was.
I got you. Nah, the energy came through for sure. And then you went straight into No Slip Ship. I say that right?
Yeah.
Let's go to the cover art first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The cover art was hard. You did that yourself?
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's one of the characters I've been creating called Yuck Mouth.
Okay.
For like, I got a whole bunch of versions of Yuck Mouth at the crib just hanging on the wall. Different drawings and stuff, like different versions of the character, different clothes, different color grills and shit. So I just came up with that one day, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put this on the cover. And crazy enough, I showed folks that shit on live one night, bro, and they was like, bro, they be in my TikToks. I could post a TikTok right now, bro. Somebody probably gonna be like, where the Yuck Mouth merch at, bro? Because if they was in there, they know, like, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna get there eventually, trust. Like, all that gonna be on the way. I definitely got that coming. But I fuck with that cover art. You know, I've been drawing since I was like 4 years old. I used to, my dad used to draw comics and stuff like that when he was a teenager. And then like when I first started being able to use pen and paper, I used to get the newspapers from my grandma crib, the little Charlies and all that shit. Like, and I trace them hoes like verbatim, like side by side, try to trace them and see how good they are to sketch. So that's how I taught myself how to draw. But you know, I went to school at UAH for visual art and,
I didn't know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 3D animation, visual art. So I didn't even organized chaos cover. Like I painted that and turned it in for class before it was even a tape. I had already painted that canvas, and then it just ended up being the music. So
you're a real artistic dude, right? I'm learning something about you today.
Sure.
I know for sure. I ain't even know that.
If I ain't go to UAH, then organized chaos wouldn't even been. I used to beat myself up in the head about that. Like, bruh, I wanted to stay at HBCU, finish at A&M, but then I was doing something I didn't really want to do. I was doing electrical engineering, and I knew I was more like art faceted in some way, art, music, or something. But I didn't want to leave Huntsville and be around the bros no more. So it was like, I'm gonna go to UAH. Switch to visual art, you know, 3D animation and shit like that. But if I wouldn't have done that, none of the stuff that I was doing on the art tip, like drawing little pictures and ideas I came up with wouldn't have happened towards the music. So it was all like a little blessing in disguise for real.
That's hard. So going into No Slip Ship, like the music side of it, was you still doing the process of recording first in your home?
Yeah. So really No Slip Ship was just kind of like off of an energy of just like being so excited. I rap based off of like what's going on in my life, for real. So at the time, Right Hand Layup was going up. People was fucking with my new way of posting content on TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Just showing my energy through the camera and playing it on loud on the speakers. The phone be shaking and shit because I'm putting my phone directly off on speaker and shit like that. If you try to take that sauce, I mean, that's fine, but I mean, it may not work the same. Nicholas Lamar, you. So, you know.
You did figure out a formula with that.
Yeah, I figured out a formula. And the thing is, I wasn't even trying to make it a formula. I was literally just being myself. You know how I act, you know me. But I was at home, I was like, bro, all this caption shit played out. Like, bro, I just need to get in front of the camera and show people how much I fuck with my own craft. Yeah. And then after that, people was like, bro, you great marketing. Like, this is genius. And I was like, shit, Thank you. I'll be using it now. I ain't had no plans on spamming it.
I'm
Like,
looking at it, I'm like, this nigga just had a lot of energy.
I just got a lot of energy, yeah. Like, and then folks started showing how much they like it. So then I want to say like the energy really translated into No Slip Ship, because how much love we were getting with right hand layup and stuff. And Landis kind of the same way. Like, as soon as something good happened for us, he hit me up and be like, let's get one up tonight. Because now he just flowing off a straight, you know what I'm saying, the frequency of us doing something great in life. So a lot of them beats just came from him being like, oh, hell yeah, this going up, we're going viral. Damn near every day they posting edits to right hand layup. Folks talking about they been listening to me since Big X tour and shit like that.
Yeah.
All them beats just got made off of that. So that's where No Slip Ship even came from. Me just rapping, saying it in one of the songs, and I was like, okay, this gonna be the name of the cover. I'm putting Yuck Mouth as the tape cover, and we throwing it out. Quick little EP, No Man's Land on there.
Yeah.
Drop that. Gasha Kata ended up coming out after that.
Yeah.
So people thought I was talking about Gasha Kata.
So you wasn't?
I made it before.
Oh, snap.
So then, like,
I
once
she read that bit or something.
No, so like
tough.
once I made the song and I load up the show and it's like they in the no man's land, it's like it was meant to be.
Okay.
So it is about that now. It wasn't when I first made it. No Man's Land was just a concept we came up with while we was in there. And then the anime ended up using it. So now it's like kind of working hand in hand. So I foot with it. One day they need to get me on the voice actor on Gosh
They got to. They might need to make you a character. What we beefing about, bro? Nah, bro, that's gotta be one of your biggest ones, man. Like,
Yeah.
As soon, like you good for a catchy one. You know what I'm saying? So like, how did that come about? And like, is that your biggest song? Is it just one of them? Like, tell me.
I say crazy. Like the biggest song right now would be the Go Ahead freestyle. Okay. Just cause like, you know what I'm saying, like the traction of that.
Okay.
But I want to say like my biggest song after that would be Right Hand Layup, and then it'll be What the Fuck Is We Beefing About, or like One Day. That's like my top 4 or 5 that's in my top 5 catalog right now on Apple Music and Spotify. But we came up with What the Fuck Is We Beefing About because eventually when I, you know what I'm saying, get more established and I get to where I want to be in life, I want to drop a movie. Okay. But the movie not going to have anything to do with, you get what I'm saying, me being an artist or anything. It's really just the concept of life. Okay. You get what I'm saying? And one of the things that we were coming up with while I was coming up with that, I had said something like, you feel me, like, I was just talking, and I was like, you know, like, if everybody was rich, just for example, like, you getting money and I'm getting money, there shouldn't be nothing for us to be beefing about. Like, so then we just kept saying that, like, what the fuck is we beefing about? Okay. And it was probably like an inside joke probably for like 2-3 weeks. Okay. You get what I'm saying? So then Landis was over the house just cooking up one night, and he had came up with that like the lead up. Let me start off by saying that I am not like, so the lead up to the beat, and I was just like, damn, like this shit sound like crazy. Like I knew that it was gonna be something that had to be a lead up and have a crazy ass chorus. Yeah. So I was just like, bruh, I was just saying, I was like, bruh, this probably what the fuck is we beefing about, bruh. Yeah. Crazy enough. Like if you getting money, and I just said it. So then next time I was like, bruh, I'm finna. Sometimes I don't like recording at night. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the fact that we stay in the South, so sometimes the fucking bugs be going crazy out the window. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that, and that shit just be kind of annoying me. But sometimes it's like a vibe thing. Like I think when I record, sometimes at the top of the morning or like during the daytime and the sun shine through real sunny, like I get a lot of energy from that. Okay. So like
I'm that type of creator.
Yeah.
In the morning too.
In the morning, or like I just like how everything feels in the morning, fresh and stuff like that. So I think I had got on live, and then I started recording that bitch, and then I started doing the chorus. But like at the time when I was doing the chorus, I was like, this could either sound like very dumb to them, which I really didn't care if it sounded dumb or not, or it could sound like the fire thing that they're hearing on live right now, because they sat there and watched me do all the layers and say what the fuck is we beefing about so many times and put layers over that. Then they had to come in and yell with me and stuff like that. So that concept just, it came up beautifully for real. So anybody who was on that live that day, you damn near might be titled "The Compensation" or some shit like. Cause that shit was legendary, bruh. I'm happy that shit happened, but I knew exactly. It's the first time I posted that, I was like, bro, this shit finna go up. And that was the video I posted in my bathroom, bro, and it ended up getting like 160,000 likes or some shit like that. So I feel like that song really ain't reached like the level it was supposed to, cause it's supposed to be in the club. Like that's a song I can hear everybody saying, but
I mean, I feel like where you at with your career, you know,
it's gonna come back.
I've seen a lot of artists. I feel like they had like work, like real work hits and stuff before they like signed that major. You know, the major put the gas on it. So it might be a #1 hit later, like Doshi. That ain't song.
Yeah. It's a lot of people who had songs out for years and then they end up being, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't worried about that, I think it's definitely gonna get a second swing, club hit, you know what I'm saying? But I don't even go to the club like that. So really when I made that shit, it was just like folks still gonna be fighting in the club. You can play that song, but they still gonna end up fighting. You still gonna end up beefing.
Niggas was fighting at Leon Thomas shit. They'll fight anyway.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
That's crazy.
I can't stop y'all from fighting and beefing, but shit, if I'm getting money, don't beef with me.
Facts. So that actually reminded me what I was thinking about earlier when we was talking about No Slip Ship and how you marketed that on TikTok. What got you, like, have you always been comfortable on the camera, or has it just kind of happened over you just making, you know, music videos and stuff like that? Like,
I feel like I always been comfortable like in front of people, cause my dad a principal and he do like a lot of stuff around the city of Montgomery, so it's like his face very well known. Some of my friends that he done been a principal before, shit like that. So when I was younger, like, and I was like 4 or 5 years old, and he used to have to go to public events, or like I was in certain organizations for kids and stuff like that. Like he'll have me being out in front of crowds, or like I used to, when I was like 7 and doing stuff in groups as a kid, like reenactments of goddamn Obama speeches. I might not have been 7. Like don't fact check me on that. Wait. That is about 9 years old, 2008 Obama type shit. So about 7 to 9. Yeah, that was about close enough. But I was doing shit like that, like Obama reenactments. And then I was SGA president in school. Like I done always been talking. Like I used to do the goddamn intercom at school. I used to be SGA president, yearbook, theater.
Why I can hear you starting a song off like on the intercom.
Yeah, like band. I used to do all that shit. So it wasn't really like a matter of fact of being nervous. That I want to say, even when Vine came out, like I was on Vine. Triller, we done went viral on Triller a couple times. Musically, like all them little apps, Musically, all that shit. I used to go viral on Twitter a lot of times with my first songs. Like my very first song had like 4,000 likes. And at the time on Twitter to get 4,000 likes, like in 2017 on some music you posting, that's yours. That was, you know what I'm saying, not a big deal, but it was pretty good. Like that shit helped with people remember my face. So I just always been comfortable in front of the camera. Like if I wasn't gonna do music, I probably was gonna end up doing something that still allowed me. I was gonna do, I went to school one time, not like majored in it, but I did like a field trip in high school to go do broadcasting and sports broadcasting. I used to want to be a sports broadcaster for ESPN. So like all that shit used to, that shit would be fire. Be so fun, and I was like, I really salute the sports broadcasters. Y'all be having to learn a lot of information to do that shit. But it's just, even in that, like in broadcasting, that's when I realized like music really what I need to be chasing after. Because even in these other things, like you still have to grind your way up, just like levels. Like even being a TV broadcaster, you got to be underground at some point. You're gonna keep doing that. You're gonna be a local news station first, then it's gonna be move to this city and stuff like that. So I didn't want to do that route. But
then you gotta find your bag in it too.
Yeah, facts. You gotta find what makes you unique.
Announcer, like,
yeah.
You be like, bang, like, you be going crazy.
The Hornets announcer go crazy.
He be going crazy.
And they had him at an NFL game the other day. So like, I fuck with stuff like that. So I feel like just being always putting myself in the camera, even dropping music in high school, bro, and not caring what it sound like on SoundCloud and posting videos. Then like, I used to literally, if anybody know me in high school, bro, I literally would pull up my phone on Snapchat and come joke on your ass and post that shit on my regular story.
You was terrorizing.
I was terrorizing. So I really done chilled out. Like the music really saved me from being a comedian, because that's really what I was gonna be doing. And even when I started my TikTok, my first ever viral video was some comedy shit. How I blew up with music was adding in comedy. So it's like, I've kind of always just been comfortable in front of the camera.
And that's what like I noticed is like, you great at the music side, but like some artists ain't really good at the other side of just like being themselves, like, and showing people. Because nowadays people want to see like your life.
Yeah,
good or
people,
bad,
and
they just want to see you.
that's where some people losing that. They could have way more fans if they didn't act so closed off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own reasons, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, me personally, I was put here to, you know what I'm saying, make others rejoice and, you know what I'm saying, smile or feel up about themselves. So that's what I do when I walk in the room, bro. I try to do that. And it's been that way for like years and years, ever since I was a kid. So being on camera, just, I'm happy everybody else get to see this shit.
We love that. And all right, so there's another single I gotta get to because this was my other one. Iman was my first one.
Yeah.
Moschino, boy. That was
who?
my Moschino.
Moschino?
I said it wrong, but that's my
that's
shit,
on my
boy.
that's on my new tape.
Bro,
Moschino.
hey, I'm glad you. Hey,
Yeah.
shout out my nigga Steve, bro. Hey, you got off on that motherfucker. Hey, bro. Y'all ain't listening to that.
That shit was a layup for him. Just like right hand layup. And sometimes I record songs, bro, and I do like a little part of the verse. I do the chorus. I just throw Bug like a whole minute and a half of verse to goddamn do his shit on. Because at the end of the day, like, they gonna start listening to Steve's eventually, and you know what I'm saying? I gotta branch everybody out, Taff, and you know what I'm saying, etc. So
I need an extended version, bro. I need more of that.
That shit was beautiful.
Shit like crack.
That beat, bro. That beat,
y'all
bro.
flowing, y'all.
I can't wait until we at Rolling Loud. That's one of the songs like I definitely would come out to Rolling Loud too, because that energy is just crazy.
And then it's like the casualness and like really just letting niggas know, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
and folks still telling me they wanted me like, you know, to put like an upper octave voice, like rap more turned on that, but I feel like I like the chill version. Like everybody don't understand. Like certain shit is for different people ears. Like
I swear, cause it's like the energy of like
Steve's bring that energy,
hard, but like I make it look easy.
Yeah, like Steve's bring that energy for me.
On the shelf, nigga. Stop being getting money, nigga. All right, my fault.
That chorus
that's my shit.
That chorus is what I came up with first for that. As soon as I heard that beat was that, young nigga was lost y'all man. My pocket was bumped their head. This woman on with so fine. I love that song. Yeah, I fuck with that song.
That shit hard.
That's top 5 off the tape for sure.
Dang, that's my shit. But all right, so we gonna get to the next one.
Yeah.
You might be king of the anime lyrics, man.
Yeah.
You might be king of the anime lyrics.
They be saying some other folks got me. I'm like, all right. Yeah, we just gonna let time go, bro, you know?
So when did you first start putting like anime like in your lyrics, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Cause the first
song I probably made with an anime lyric in it was 10th Form. And that's a demon. It started off with the opening card. And Landis made that into a beat. So that was on one of my first tapes, probably like in like 2021.
What was your tape? Might have been your 2023 tape. With the rose on it.
Coordinations?
Yeah. That was the first time I heard you start talking about some anime stuff on that one.
It was on my tape called Just Call Me Nick when I did 10th Form.
Okay, that was before my time. That was pre-Jordan here.
That was, you know what I'm saying? That was the first time I did that.
Okay.
I think, what's that bitch start off with? Left the cake up in the safe for so long. Fucked around and left the bowl with a whole crunchy roll. You know? That was the first time I actually started doing anime lyrics, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. The most recent was, though, that Get In song, though, like, shout out Mayhem.
Yeah. You went crazy on that. You just started, you threw all your shit.
Yeah. Shout out Mayhem. I had somebody, I found that beat. Mayhem produced that beat on TikTok. He a dog. I had seen that shit on my For You page. And it didn't have that many likes, and I was like, bro, I'm finna post this shit on my story and tell my fans to go comment on that shit and tell him to give me that bitch. I commented and said, let me get that. He ended up sending me the beat or whatever, and I posted a TikTok and was like, you know, let me know some anime characters y'all want me to put in the next song.
Yeah.
I was just expecting it like to be my base level followers, like, cause you know on TikTok a lot of people will like what you got going on depending on if something they've already seen. So if a sound they're familiar with, more people gonna like it. I just posted it, not even accounting for it. I'm just thinking 100 likes.
Yeah.
Shit got like 400 likes. The folks were saying, you do an apple bar, that like got 100 likes. You know what I'm saying? So then I had to just come up with all this stuff. And it,
Tengen in there.
I threw Tengen, Jinwoo, fucking Edward.
Yeah, you threw all types of.
You feel me? Like Afro Samurai. Like, yeah, it was a lot in there. I can't even, Apple, all that shit.
Nah, I love it, cause like I'm like a little bit older. I'm like 4 years, but like nobody was rapping about anime when I was coming up.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, but we seen that a lot too. Like MLB posting anime and shit.
Bro,
like
that shit was so hard.
And
They went
anime
crazy
being
with
in the
Demon Slayer,
movies, like you know what I'm saying.
collab, yeah.
I fuck with stuff like that. Like it's really getting to a point where the whole world's starting to fuck with it, and I can't be mad at that.
Oh no, I'm happy.
But it's the same with the basketball lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like F1 lyrics, like
Culture.
whatever I get into at the time, and I'm heavy on. That's why sometimes I don't like to just make music back to back to back. I gotta go experience stuff. I gotta see new movies, make me come up with new inside jokes, new lore. Like I gotta learn stuff, you know what I'm saying, piece together different references that can go in my music.
Yeah.
So the anime one was like an easy layup.
Yeah. I think the movies about to get crazier and crazier. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I think the blockbuster movies like how Marvel was.
Yeah.
These anime movies.
Yeah. Demon Slayer making them get like that. Chainsaw Man movie was crazy too though. That shit was beautiful.
So good,
Who you got? Who you got, the Demon Slayer new movie or the Chainsaw movie?
Don't make me do that.
That what they was doing.
Don't make me do
Look,
that.
they was doing that on TikTok, so that was like.
They was.
I'm not picking
And
Chainsaw Man over Demon
y'all,
Slayer.
Get off my nigga Yuta, bro. I don't know who.
Yeah.
Y'all been talking shit about Yuta, but
Yeah.
you want to know my real opinion? I got Chainsaw Man, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I can understand why that.
I do, but it's not really comparable, bro. That's
It's
like
not comparable
LeBron
at
and
all.
Jordan,
That's
bro.
really the answer I was looking for.
That's what I'm saying. Demon Slayer, you have to watch Demon Slayer before you even get the movie. Chainsaw Man was like, you could turn that on and somebody.
Yeah.
You can see the love story, see all that, and be like, that was one good movie by itself.
One good movie by itself. That's a good opinion.
I'm like, don't make me pick. I ain't picking either. They both was peak. They both was 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
to me.
they both was 10 out of 10 to me.
Yeah, so
Two different ways. Anime always get that emotional pull out of you through words, and you feel me? I feel like Chainsaw Man kind of did it through action.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What happened, you know, little small, subtle stuff.
yeah. Shout out my nigga Dingy though, bro. My
Yeah,
nigga
for sure.
Been through it. But you gonna see that JJK coming up in the summer?
See, JJK is something I'm not caught up on.
Okay.
But anytime something in IMAX, bro, I gotta see it, bro.
Okay.
Like huge screen. I'm just a fan of watching that. Or them D-box seats.
Yeah.
You ever watch the movie in D-box seats?
I watched
Demon Slayer? Okay. Infinity Castle and shit? Yeah.
11th form, nigga. I was swinging up.
Oh, God. I like that.
Nah, we was too turned up, man. I went with my sword, my blade, my Tokido blade.
Oh,
in
yeah.
that bit. Yeah.
See, and that's one of the things, bro. Don't be surprised when y'all see me at the fucking anime cosplay cons and shit. When I get the real money,
Facts.
I'm going all out on the
Oh,
suit.
stupid.
I might dress like a real transformer out that bitch.
Nigga.
Like,
I be telling niggas.
full metal suit.
So
It can transform into a Rari.
don't let me have a child. Like if I get a little girl, man, I'm
child?
gonna be like, I'm gonna be Kenpachi.
Twin.
She gonna be Tachi or whatever
Yeah.
her name is.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? My little girl. Type shit. But yeah, bro. Catch up to JJK though. You need to see that Shibuya incident.
Yeah, I got you.
For sure.
I
All right, bro. So you had a major like milestone. Like it's probably gonna be one of
Yeah.
the ones you telling your son about, your grandkids about. Zaytoven, bro. You worked with a GOAT, like a real deal legend, bro.
Yeah, dead ass. That shit still feel unreal to me.
For real?
And that shit was just a couple days ago, so
Yeah.
I'm still getting over that shit. Like I'm riding a high right now.
Okay.
Any music I make within this next week gonna be like pure
off
energy.
the energy.
Yeah.
So he saw you. I think he saw you in one of his lives, or somebody.
Yeah, like
his music,
one of my
like, how that come
homeboys
about?
from PC. TikTok is just a general place, like, you know what I'm saying? You can get to meet a lot of people without having a lot of followers. That's why I like it a lot. It just puts you in a different algorithm. And one of the first people I ever met with like a lot of, you know what I'm saying, following in general was like Cedric Hendrix. And he showed me love, you know what I'm saying, off bat, a real genuine dude. Like that's my dog.
Him, by the way. Shout out Cedric.
I got two of them. No, one that already came out as a single, and the next one gonna be on my tape that's dropping next Friday. What could? So, you know what I'm saying? That interaction, somebody had sent it to me from my school and was like, Zaytoven on live doing reviews. And of course you had to pay to, you know what I'm saying, send your music in, which is not a problem. It was only like $50.
Yeah.
But it was just like, shit, fuck it. Cause I'm texting Landis and I'm like, what are the odds? Like, I got a message literally saying like, what are the odds I send $50 for a Zaytoven review and my producer ended up getting me one of his top 3 producers. Like, my producer, Landis, he done studied all of Zaytoven work, you know what I'm saying? That's one of his top 3 GOATs in the game. So we was just plotting on it like that. So we were just in there and I sat there probably like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, not gonna lie. Cause a lot of people was paying for like skip line to review their music. And it's like, I feel like good things come to those who wait. Like, I'm not gonna pay $250 when I know my music has made me way more than $250. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna pay to skip line so he can hear it. Like, if he really gonna hear everybody, he gonna hear everybody. So then I probably was at the 10th spot forever. Like, go to 10, I get up to 4, oh, he finna play it. Then 6 people come pay 125 and knock me right back down. So I'm like, fuck. So then after that, I reposted, he finally got to mine, he was fucking with it. I reposted it on my Instagram, and then that same, like the next day, somebody was going through my contact list and going through all the people that was following me or I was following them back. And anybody who had their number associated to their Instagram, they was texting them and being like, do you have Nicholas Lamar number? So I guess they was trying to get my number so therefore they could text me and be like, oh, I'm with Zaytoven team, send me some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a scam. It seemed like they was gonna be like, oh yeah, you Nicholas Lamar? Like, just send me 500. I promise I'm on Zaytoven team. Like, they was even texting.
The scams aren't even created no more, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, and that was somebody in Huntsville too. Like, the cash out was Doug Weezy. So if this blow up and you see this, like, bro, yeah, lame as hell. What was he doing, bro? I ain't gonna call you out your name, nothing, but like, what was that about? If that was a scam, what was that?
Get you some honest money, bro.
Some honest money, bro. If you were trying to scam, I don't know if you own Zaytoven team for real, my fault. But don't be walking around saying no bullshit like that. So I already knew that was kept. You know what I'm saying? And then they was even texting folks like, well, if you won't give me his number, then like, you know what I'm saying, he gonna miss out on this opportunity. I'm gonna have to get somebody else. And it was just like, whatever, bro. Yeah. So then I kid you not, like an hour later after I posted on Instagram and was like, don't give out my number, you know what I'm saying, to all my close friends, don't give out my number. An hour later, my guy Jonah Rappaport from Sparta Distribution, one of my guys here at A&R over there, you know what I'm saying, he hit me up, called me on the phone, was like, I sent that link of, you know what I'm saying, Zaytoven reviewing your music to Zaytoven or somebody on Zaytoven's team. He said he want to work with you, you know what I'm saying. I'm about to put all us in the group chat. So then we got all in the group chat. I ended up getting on FaceTime with Zay. I booked the studio session at Patchwork this past, you know what I'm saying, week. And then we got up, he made the beat, like literally like quicker than you could like go grab some toothpaste and put that bitch to wash your stinking ass breath. Like the beat was done like, any comparison, the shit was so fast. I promise it was like 4 or 5 minutes from scratch. Piano, everything, yeah, real deal professional. One day I'm gonna post a vlog one day, like, you know what I'm saying, on how that went, because I got a lot of footage and stuff behind the scenes. Okay. But I'm blessed for that, bro. And then crazy enough.
Best 50 you spent?
Huh?
Best 50 you done spent?
Best 50 I done spent, bro.
That's
like,
tough.
Fool, you can spend your $50, like, money is so real to me, bro. You can spend $50 on a pair of socks, but at that same token, you spend $50, Zaytoven.
Your dream.
You spend $50 to get in the club. It's just all about what you're gonna do with your $50.
Don't get confused though. Like, he put the work in before.
I put the work in now.
So he had faith that it was gonna
if somebody comment on my shit and said this is true statement of overnight to, you know what I'm saying, I just watched this dude go up off a Gucci Mane freestyle. Now he was Zaytoven. Don't ever minimize it to that short. It was nights where I was sitting there praying about this and ain't had nobody listening to my music, no streams to even screenshot and show Instagram. So it's never that.
I'm evidence. I only been here for a piece of the journey.
Yeah.
And I seen you doing shows outside when it was hot. Remember the first thing I told you when I seen your show was like, I like the way you project your voice. I like the way you kind of hold your stage presence. You've been working, so don't get it confused.
It's all coming in. And then it just so happened that, you know what I'm saying, I'm dropping the tape next week. So it's called What Could. So What Could is gonna be like my first stage, like one of my first, you know what I'm saying, concept albums that I'm gonna drop as an artist. And What Could is just like the initial state of being self, you know what I'm saying? Like we call that like stage 0. So it's like the endless possibility that's been fit inside the mind that's external from the city that you in right now. It's sometimes, yeah. So like, you know, like stage 0 would be, you know what I'm saying, you know, anything that you want to, you know what I'm saying, come up with in your mind, you know what I'm saying, you can really do it. So the first project I'm coming up with is called What Could. Okay. So it's like endless possibility that's been fit inside a setting that's you know what I'm saying, external from the mind. So when I say that, it's like you thinking with your mind to get where you want to be, but sometimes the setting that you're in right there is fucking with your mind so much that you can't even get it off where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be able to change where you're at in your head when you're not really there. Yeah. So that's really what this tape about, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sometimes it's changeable through foresight. Sometimes it's changeable through fortune. Some people just blessed enough to have parents that can make their dreams come true for them. And that's still what could. That's still stage zero for them.
Yeah.
Everybody's stage zero is different, you know what I'm saying? So this is the initial chance at being self, you know what I'm saying? So this project I'm about to drop called What Could is like my initial chance at being self. And crazy enough, Zaytoven beat happened a week before I was finna drop it. So now the Zaytoven beat finna be on the tape. And I didn't even have any plans of that, you know what I'm saying? I was just dropping because my fans wanted me to drop another project before the year closed out. And that's like a great little, you know what I'm saying, dessert. Because I had another song I was working on and it was unfinished. Then the shit with Zaytoven happened.
Yeah.
So it's like everything just fell in place, you know?
You align with where you're supposed to be at.
Yeah,
That's
for
dope,
sure,
man.
for
So
sure.
The work you putting in and the faith you got in it happening, bro, I can see like whatever it is in here is coming into fruition.
Yeah.
Bro.
2026 gonna be full of putting the vision of life, full of videos, music videos, and etc. Man,
Man, just
we
keep
gotta
enjoying
catch up.
it, bro. Just
Oh
keep
yeah,
enjoying
for
it.
sure. Got that.
But bro, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We
Y'all
gonna
gonna
keep
get
working.
What Could.
Yeah.
It's coming up. By the time you see this video next week or something, What Could probably be already out. DM me. Let me know how you like it. We got merch on the way. Lamar, the Band-Aid Boys.
Yeah. Jordan, all in, man. We out of here.
Yes, sir.